Hey friends, thank you so much for watching. Today we are sharing Jacob's 3-month baby update. As you guys can see, I'm going to try and film with him here on my lap. The first thing that I wanted to share, ever since he turned 3 months, it like melts my heart. I just can't stand the cuteness, but when I laugh sometimes, he'll laugh too. Okay, he's not doing it. But when I like for real laugh, that was like a legit fake laugh. Like it has to be like a real laugh, like a hearty laugh. And then he'll start laughing. It's like the cutest thing in the world, you guys. He started giggling a lot. Like every time he sees Justin, for some reason, he starts giggling out of nowhere. He kind of knows that daddy's the guy that makes him laugh a lot. What else is he? Big changes, you guys. Huge changes. He now sleeps in his own room, and I notice he sleeps a lot longer. I feel like maybe Justin and I were waking Jacob up when we were co-sleeping with him, because when we would get ready at night, we'd be washing our face, brushing our teeth. Sometimes we'd be chatting in the bathroom, which is like right next to, like right inside the master bedroom. Then there's no door that like blocks off, you know, like where we're brushing our teeth and things like that. So I think it may have woken him up and he just didn't sleep well. But ever since he's been in his own room, his own nursery, he's been sleeping really well. Here's kind of like how it is. It's usually like 6:40 to like 11-ish. Or so, and then I'll dream feed him if he's still sleeping, but usually he'll wake up around that time because he's hungry, and then like 11-ish to like 4 he'll sleep. Yeah, exactly. He's been talking a lot, if you guys notice. Yeah, so like 4 a.m. I'll go back in his room and I'll feed him, and then from like 4 to like 6:30 he'll sleep again, and then he'll wake up at 6:30 usually, and sometimes I'll feed him and he'll fall asleep again. So from 6:30 till 7:30 he'll sleep, and then we'll start the day. And then usually after an hour and a half, he'll want his first nap, and that's what we do. And he usually falls asleep during his first nap while I'm feeding him, and then I'll transfer him into the crib. We're trying to like get him to nap into his crib most of the time, but I can't say it's all the time, because sometimes I want him to sleep, because I know sleep and napping is so important that we'll carry him on the ergo, or we'll run errands, we'll take a walk with him, and he'll sleep really well. He sleeps really well on the ergo. In the car, like when we're driving, instant. Like when he was like 2 months, a month, especially a month, he did not like anything. He was kind of like a little grumpy. He didn't like diaper changes. He didn't like taking a bath. He didn't like anything, but now he's like the happiest baby. He's always smiling. He's always happy. The only time he's upset is sometimes when he wakes up like from his nap and he's like, he notices like mommy's not there, because you know I'm always with him all day every day. I think that Jacob is teething, because he's been munching on his hand a lot, and he's been biting me while I breastfeed him, and that really hurts. And like, it's not like a bite, it's like a bite and I'll chew it up kind of bite, and that hurts, you guys. So I really feel he's teething. I just see lots of signs, like, you know, him munching on his hands, the biting, and then a lot of the drooling. I notice that. But then with Liam, like, it's hard to compare, but because I've had Liam, like, he drooled a lot, but then he didn't get his first tooth until, like, I don't even remember, but it was pretty late. So I have no clue if he's just, you know, drooling just because, or if he's teething. But I definitely want to help him with his teething if he's hurt. So I bought some teething toys on Amazon, and hopefully that'll come soon. And I'm going to buy those little teething popsicles where you can freeze your breast milk and they can kind of munch on that. So I'm going to actually do that soon. I'm really excited, because then, you know, he can munch on that. Exactly. Yeah, and it'll help with your teeth, huh, sugar? Oh, you're really drooling. Okay, yeah. Exactly, yeah. So I'm just gonna let him... Oh, okay. This might be TMI, but since, you know, let's talk about our babies. I noticed that Jacob doesn't poop every day. I read that it was normal for, like, breastfeeding babies to not poop regularly, but when he does poop, they're explosive poops. But thankfully, he hasn't had one where it's, like, been outside of his clothes. Except for this one time, it went, like, it went to the back, you know, the high back area, and then I washed his sleeper and the stains wouldn't go away. It was like that bad. I should have like put some Shout on it or something. And it was a white sleeper too, you guys. Yeah, you know, mom life, poop talk, right? But I did read that that was normal. So he only poops like every couple of days, but the past 24 hours he's had 3 pretty good poops, so that's pretty awesome. But you know, those are things that we worry about for our kids. What else? Last time we weighed him, I think he weighs over 15 pounds, even maybe 16 pounds. Yeah, I will put his like weight in the info box because I'm actually gonna weigh myself like right after we film, and then I'll weigh myself with him and see how much he weighs, you know. But I'm guessing 15, 16 pounds for sure. How about you, bud? How about you? Yeah, so as far as naps, I notice he takes about 3 to 4 naps a day. The last nap would be, and if he goes past it, we wake him up. He doesn't pass a 5 p.m. nap just because he won't be able to go to sleep for his 6:45 to 7 o'clock bedtime. And we have like a bedtime routine that we do with him regularly. It's the same routine we did with Liam. We give him a bath every day now, and then I will, like, you know, dry him. I'll put on a diaper and then I'll massage him. After baby massage, I'll put on his sleeper and he'll wear a wearable blanket instead of being swaddled. Now I don't swaddle him anymore because he's just all over the place, you know, like, and swaddling is just not for him anymore. So he wears a wearable blanket, and sometimes it's too hot to wear a wearable blanket, so he doesn't. So it just depends on like what's the weather and things like that. But yeah, we keep the AC running if it is a hot day, and so it's okay for him to wear like a sleeper. And he wears like the thin Gerber ones usually at night because it's thin, and you know, it keeps him pretty cool. And then after he wears his sleeper, we go in his room. I'll read one book to him, the same exact book. It's called like Good Night Bear or something. It's the same book. And then after that, I'll just kind of feel his diaper and check. And then if he's wet, I'll change him, but usually he's not. And then I'll breastfeed him. He'll fall asleep while I breastfeed him. But the thing is, I don't want him to fall asleep while I breastfeed him, just because like the bedtime is like, I want him to know I'm leaving, and I want him to know like he's like gonna sleep all by himself. So I will sing to him and I'll burp him, and usually when I have him upright and I'm burping him, he'll wake up, but sometimes he doesn't, and so he just falls asleep, and then he'll wake up later and realize I'm not there, and then I'll nurse him, you know. But typically he will be awake when going down. In the beginning, he cried, but now he's awesome. He's so great. He knows. It's so funny. I wish he was this way for every time I put him down to sleep. Like, naps are the hardest, and like, I don't know, like, it hurts if I have to hear him cry, so I'll like grab him, but like, that's like, he's not learning, you know, and everyone says like, oh, it's okay for your baby to cry, but like, as a parent, it hurts your heart, doesn't it, you guys? Like, it does. It does. Yeah, so the naps we haven't gotten the naps down yet, and like, I don't see us getting it right away, you know, like, it took us forever to get Liam's naps right, and also I'm still trying to figure out his time, like the best times he naps, because sometimes it's inconsistent, especially during my filming days like today, like, because I'm filming like the schedule's a little off, you know, because I'm usually with him all day every day, but I only film once a week, and then the other days I'm with him, and it's just mommy life, which I really love, you guys. I really love it. I'm forever grateful. I love this so much, and I love having him. He's amazing. He's noticing the cats now. We have 3 cats, and he's actually looking at them now. He doesn't really care for books yet. I mean, I read to him every day, but he's just not into it quite yet. I do notice he's starting to grab things, which is really fun to see, because at first he was just looking at things, and now he's starting to grab, which is amazing. But other than that, he's just a happy little guy. I love how he like coos a lot. He's amazing, and he's great with his brother. Liam is amazing. He loves Jacob so much. Yeah. So that's all I have for his 3-month update. Let me know if I forgot anything, or I'll answer any questions you guys have. And I'll see you guys next time. Subscribe if you haven't, and give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed these updates. Bye, friends.